Seriously, what did he miss? This Titan just spoke and Armin was acting like it was a natural thing. What was going on when he was unconscious? Pixis was definitely surprised now. So you can speak as well. Cadet Arlert, you are telling the truth after all. Anyway, what is your name? My name is Optimus Prime, he answered. Optimus Prime, it seems fitting. Since you seem to be fighting for humanity, would you mind helping us out with something then? Pixis asked. What do you wish for me to do? Optimus asked. We wanted you to guard Eren as he carries a boulder that could seal the breach into the wall, since the Titans see him as prey, Armin explained, and if something goes wrong, you could carry the boulder to the breach in the wall. Optimus nodded his head in understanding. I will do it. Pixis nodded his head before he looked over at Eren. Cadet Jaeger, can you do it? Eren widened his eyes as he looked away. I'm not sure. I'm just as confused as everyone else is. It would be irresponsible for me to answer if I knew either way. Oh sorry. I asked the wrong question. Pixis apologized as Eren looked at him in confusion. Pixis' smile disappeared as he looked at Eren with a serious face. Will you do it or not? Which is it? Eren widened his eyes as Pixis looked behind him. Eren turned around to see what he was looking at. He understood. If this operation failed, Walrose would become territory for the Titans, and humanity would no longer be able to prosper. Humanity would be extinct if this plan didn't work. This is what he was fighting for. Eren looked back at Commander Pixis with determination. I'll do it. I will do it. I'm not certain if I can close the gap, but I will do it. Pixis nodded his head in understanding before he looked back down at Optimus. Well said. The operation will proceed. However, what are you doing to do during that time? I will eliminate as much of the threat as I can, Optimus answered. If there are not that many of these creatures on the battlefield, it can make the operation more of a success. Pixis nodded his head in understanding. Then I wish you good luck. Optimus turned around and transformed into his alt mode. He accelerated towards the battlefield to kill more Titans. Pixis chuckled. You found an interesting one, Cadet Armin. A plan to retake Trost, a soldier asked. You're kidding, another soldier said. We have no way to seal the hole. What is the brass thinking? A soldier demanded. Going back to Trost would mean certain death. The only we can do is die as we defend Walrose's gates, another soldier muttered. I have to return to that hell, Daz asked himself. No, I don't want to die. Let me see my family. Daz, you're being too loud, Marco whispered to him. You there? I heard you, a soldier yelled as he walked over to Daz and Marco. Are you saying that you want to abandon the mission? That's right, Daz answered. This is nothing but mass suicide. It's meaningless. Have you no respect for humanity? For order, the soldier demanded as he was prepared to draw his sword. If I chose to, I could execute you right here. Go ahead, Daz offered as he drew his sword. It's 100 times better than getting eaten by a Titan. Daz, stop it, Marco begged. No, let me go, Daz screamed. Their fighting continued as more and more people heard. Some soldier began to beg others to start a riot, so they wouldn't have to go back in there and risk their lives. Others were already beginning to panic, begging not to go back into Trost. Pixis and Eren arrived at the gates of Walrose as they finished their conversation. Pixis was simply calm as he heard the screams of terror. He cleared his throat and took a deep breath. Attention, Pixis commanded. Everyone stopped their fighting and began to listen to the commander. I shall now explain the plan to retake Trost. For this mission, our objective is to seal the hole where He Gate was destroyed, Pixis explained. The soldiers looked up at him in shock. How were they going to do that? Seal it, Marco questioned. How? Let me introduce you to the one who will seal the hole for us, Pixis continued as he gestured for Eren to step forward from the trainee corps. Eren Jaeger, Eren, Connie exclaimed. He is the result of a top-secret project to turn humans into Titans. Pixis explained. He can create and control a Titan's body. Connie widened his eyes in shock as his voice squeaked. Hey, I have no idea what the commander's talking about. Am I just too stupid to get it or something? Will you shut up, idiot? Ymir demanded. He will become a titan, Pixis proceeded. Pick up the giant boulder by the shattered gate, carry it over, and seal the hole. If that fails, the titan that is currently fighting the other ones, Optimus Prime, will take on the task himself. Prime, Connie questioned. So you weren't joking, Ymir remarked. However, if all goes right, your jobs will be to protect him from the Titans while he moves the boulder, Pixis said. Everyone was completely baffled by what was going on. Carry the boulder? Was that even possible? Is it possible? A soldier asked. Has humanity finally learned to control the Titans? You're lying, Daz yelled. I won't put my life on the line for a plan I can't understand. What do you think we are? We aren't pawns for you to sacrifice. I'm leaving, a soldier declared as he walked away. Other soldiers began to look at each other before they followed the suite. This is the death penalty, a soldier yelled as he grabbed Daz's shoulder, only for him to swat it away. I'll spend humanity's last hours with my family, Daz declared as he continued to walk away. Commander Feldman growled as he drew his swords. Ready to die, traitors? I'll kill you right now. Here is my decision, Pixis yelled, causing everyone to quiet down. I shall pardon anyone who deserts now. Once you succumb to the Titans' fear, you can never fight them again. Those who have learned that fear should leave, and anyone wishing their parents, siblings, and loved ones to feel that fear should also leave. The soldiers who were planning to leave stopped dead in their tracks as the visions of the people that they loved were being eaten. I can't do that, a soldier declared as he walked back. My daughter is my last hope. Let me tell you what happened 4 years ago, Pixis began, about our attempt to retake Wall Maria. As I am sure you are all aware of, that operation was no more than the government's way of dealing with its inability to feed all of the unemployed. It was a culling. The reason no one speaks of it is because by sending them out of these cramped walls, we were able to survive within them. All of humanity, including myself, bears the weight of that sin. Because so few escaped Wall Maria, there was never an open rebellion. But what about now? If Wall Rose falls, the sacrifice would just be more than 20%. The territory with Wall Sina won't even support half of the remaining population. If humanity falls, it won't be because it was devoured by Titans. It will be because we killed each other. We must not die even deeper within the walls. I beg of you to die right here, later. Eren and Mikasa were running on top of the wall with the elite of the garrison troops. They were currently finding the closest way to make it to the boulder. Eren, are you feeling alright? Mikasa asked. Yeah, Eren answered with slight irritation. Eren, Mikasa began. I told you I'm fine, Eren said. Much better than when we were surrounded. We aren't playing house here, Jaeger, Rico told them. I didn't mean, Eren trailed off but noticed something out of the corner of his eye. He gasped as he saw the metal titan, Optimus Prime, running towards them. So that's the titan that everyone was making a fit about, Rico remarked. I can't believe that we're putting the fate of humanity into a spoiled brat like you and that thing, one of the elites said. Enough you two, the second elite ordered. We'll soon reach the shortest route to the boulder. Optimus watched as he ran. Jaeger and Mikasa, along with 3 other soldiers, jumped from the wall and made their way to the boulder. Optimus transformed into his alt mode and raced after them. He noticed a green flare was shot into the air but continued to drive forward. As he arrived at the boulder, he transformed into his bipedal mode and waited. He saw Eren Jaeger arrive at the boulder. He bit his hand, causing lighting to consume him. Optimus covered his optics for a brief moment but widened them as he saw Eren's Titan form appear and crash into a building. He then reappeared and let out a mighty roar. Optimus then noticed that Mikasa landed on a building near Eren. Optimus waited for Eren to pick up the boulder and carry to the wall, but something was off. Optimus widened his optics as Eren turned around to look at Mikasa. Optimus cursed under his breath as he ran towards the two. Eren attempted to throw a punch at Mikasa. but Optimus grabbed Eren's fist and tried to force him down. What? Mikasa gasped. Mikasa, you must leave, Optimus instructed. I can't, Mikasa retorted. Eren, you never knew of Eren's abilities, am I correct? Optimus asked as he focused on Eren. Yes, Mikasa answered. Eren did not know of these abilities either. Then Eren must not have much experience or control over it, Optimus explained, which means Eren could easily hurt someone by mistake. Mikasa, it is not safe for you. You must go. Mikasa was hesitant, but she then saw the three elites standing not too far from her. He's right, Ian yelled. Get away from him. Mikasa looked at Eren one more time before she ran towards the three. Optimus knocked Eren off of his feet and pinned him against the boulder. Eren tried struggling, but it was to no avail. Optimus looked over at the three elite soldiers. Which one of you are in charge of this operation? Optimus asked. Ian was hesitant before he stepped forward. I am. Eren may be in a Titan form, but that does not excuse the fact he is still human, Optimus explained. More Titans will come in through the hole and will be attracted to Eren. I need more time in order to regain Eren's conscious, so someone must defend against the Titans coming through. Are you mad? Rico yelled. Eren is now a dysfunctional human weapon. What makes you so sure you can regain his conscious? And besides, you're the one to take Eren's place to carry the boulder. If I do not stop Eren, he will continue to rampage and attack other humans like the other Titans are. More lives will be lost than necessary if that happens, Optimus said. Ian looked over at Rico. Rico, use your squad and attack the 12-meter class Titan. I will attack the 10 meters and 6-meter class. Rico slightly growled. Fine, I'll do it. I'll show them how terrifying humans can be. And with that, Rico took off towards her squad. Mitabi followed the suite and went after his squad. Optimus heard Lane and Mikasa talk about something and then they both left. Optimus looked back at Eren, who was still struggling to break out of his grasp. Optimus slightly growled. He had to knock him out. Optimus slammed Eren's face into the boulder, shattering a part of his skull. Eren stopped moving as he slumped to the ground unconscious. Optimus took deep breaths as he observed Eren. From what he could gather so far, Titans had the ability to regenerate. Why wasn't Eren regenerating? Optimus picked Eren up and sat him straight up on the boulder before shaking his shoulders. Eren, can you hear me? Optimus asked as he continued to shake Eren. If you can hear me, respond. Do some kind of motion. Your comrades are dying. If you don't carry that boulder and seal the gap, your comrades will die in vain. Do you not want to save humanity? Optimus, Armin called out as he came in on Eren's shoulder using his maneuver gear. Armin, what are you doing here? Optimus demanded. It's not safe. I saw the red flare, Armin answered. Why isn't Eren carrying the boulder? I do not know, Optimus answered. Eren attempted to attack Mikasa before I intervened. Armin, Mikasa called out as she was standing on a Titan's head that she had just killed. It's dangerous. Move back. Eren's unable to enact his will through that Titan body. I spoke to it, but it didn't recognize me. There's no point in trying. Optimus, you need to carry the boulder, or the Titans will wipe us all out. Optimus looked at Eren before he looked back at Armin. Armin, is there a way you can make Eren regain consciousness? Armin thought about it as he eyed the nape of the neck where Eren emerged. The spot on the back of the neck, 10 centimeters across and a meter high, Armin recalled as he pulled out his blades. Optimus, make sure you can keep Eren in place. Optimus nodded his head in understanding. Armin, Mikasa called out. I'll get Eren out, Armin told her. Protect us from any Titans in the area. Mikasa looked at Armin in confusion as he hooked onto the shoulder blades of Eren's Titan form. As long as I avoid the center, Eren won't die. It'll only hurt a tiny bit. Armin stabbed Eren in the nape of the neck, causing Eren to thrash around violently. Optimus held Eren in place as much as he could as Armin held on to his blade while practically riding on his back. Optimus wasn't going to lie. Eren's Titan form had strength. which meant he had to be extra careful. Armin, that's insane. Stop, Mikasa yelled. Mikasa, do what you can do, Armin instructed. If you go, some lives will be saved. Don't worry about Eren. Leave him to me and Optimus. Mikasa looked over at Optimus, who nodded his head. She was still hesitant, but she jumped off the Titan's head and ran off. Do you think he can hear you? Optimus asked. I don't know, but I have to try, Armin declared. Eren, can you hear me? Come to your senses. If we don't get out of here, we'll all die. Don't let the Titan's body take over.